Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Hi, everyone. I am at a restaurant and I hope you can hear me right. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
Yes,
can
we
hear
can.
you.
Okay, thanks. I was asked to make a presentation around how to make interview. You kindly mute so that we don't have the back, yeah, that echo. Thanks. So what I'll do, I have a short presentation here, and I'll just dive through the interview segment. So let me see if I can present my screen. Okay. Great. Right. So I hope you can see my presentation.
Yes, we can see.
Um, Fair enough. So if you think about interviews, what you have to keep in mind is the fact that interviews do not just happen. There is what leads to the interview, which is your CV. So your cover letter has the recruiting officer looking at your CV, and then your CV would have them invite you for an interview. So you just have to keep that in mind. So before you get into the interview, there are two documents which you need to ensure that you prepared well. That's a cover letter and your CV. Two very important documents. So probably next time you can have a separate session on the two. Before you get to the interview, you have to put together a proper CV. Now, interviews, when you get to the interview stage, one thing you have to keep an eye on is the fact that it's all perception. Because by the time you get there, they have looked at your CV. They already know if you've done SCCA. They already know if you've done pure maths from University of Nairobi. They already know if you have a certificate in digital analytics. Whatever it is that you have done with yourself in the name of activities, initiative, that they already know. And what will make them want to hire you is how you get the 100%. So 55% of the marks goes to the looks, 38% the tone, and 7% the words, how you articulate your words. Now, it's important to know that the looks, when speaking about the looks, your body language definitely speaks volumes about the kind of person you are. Remember, at the interview stage, people are thinking, is this person going to be a great person to work with? And they're always thinking, actually the thumb rule when you think about interviews and body language is the fact that people buy people. So at the interview stage, you better give me reasons to want to work with you. So when you walk in, say hi in a clear, confident fashion, accompanied by a firm handshake, and keep a good eye contact. Very important and very crucial. And obviously, when you go to the interview room, not go like this, or you are struggling. Just sit upright, like sit upright in a very confident fashion, and use gestures to express your point. So if you're going to speak, you can use your hands the right way, not overdoing it, of course. You're not playing karate, just using the right gestures to express points. Avoid folding your arms. If you fold your arms like this, for example, you show lack of interest. Your hands can, of course, be very difficult. So you can just place them on top of the table, or you can place them on your palms. Yeah. And avoid touching your face, because your hands can become a burden. So the idea is you should just keep them down. Don't keep, you're sweating, you're trying to rub. Just don't touch your hand, your face. And again, it is Corona time. Don't touch your face. And then keep the eye contact when you're speaking with people. Confidence indicates that you need to speak confidently. Because let me tell you, every minute of yourself, you are selling yourself. You like it or not, you are selling yourself. Even if you get the job, you are always selling yourself. So how you speak out, your confidence really indicates a lot. There are a lot of people who don't know a lot of things, but they have risen to positions. They have done, they have closed businesses just because of confidence. So if there's anything you get out of this conversation today, it's confidence. And then there are ABCs of interviews: appearance, behavior, and communication. How you appear, how you behave, and how you communicate really indicates whether you're going to ace that interview or not. And then for the gentlemen, it is very important to note that always do dark suits. Keep it navy blue, black, or gray. And remove the tags from the new suit. Guys, you can't just buy a new suit and you have that tag there on the shirt and, on the arms, and you still have it on. Some even have the price tag. Please, we don't want to know that this is the first time you're putting on this suit. Just remove the tag if you can. Of course, avoid those shouting colors: yellow, green. Please, just keep it dark suits. Avoid short sleeve shirts. Of course, you don't want to see your hands. Shirts and collar should be well fitted, fit them properly, tuck in nicely. Ties should reach the belt line. Not too long, not too short, obviously. The socks should match your trouser. And obviously, they should not have holes. Just be presentable. That's the whole point. At the advent of happy socks, please don't put on happy socks. Those ones you can put when you already have the job. At the interviews, match your socks with the trouser. And then just keep accessory to the bare minimum: just a watch, briefcase, a portfolio for holding your documents, and a pen and notebook. And then you may also want to ensure that for the ladies, please avoid these things which are on this screen: ankle bracelets, exposed belly button rings, excess makeup and perfumes, too much cleavage and skin, peeping bra straps, print or floral outlooks, multi-color nail polish. You have yellow, green. Those ones avoid at the interview stage. Pointed heels where you're making noise and you're entering the interview room, not advisable. Combining more than 3 patterns in an outfit, this is no comedy. Short and tight and too big clothes, open chacky and strappy shoes, please. Cheap tone. There's a bit of what to avoid. These are things which you definitely want to avoid during the interview stage. And obviously, when you're dressing and preparing for the interview, it's important to keep an eye on the colors. The psychology of colors indicates a lot of things. So obviously, red is an indication of power, intention, energy. Pink is upbeat, calm, and friendly. So depending on what you want to communicate, you want to keep an eye on the psychology of colors. I'm trying to run because I have I need to be off this. Probably Martin will answer all the questions if need be. Then, like I said, the first impression you give those people when you walk in will indicate whether you get a job or not. So for the gentleman, trimmed haircut, clean shave, warm smile, feel of confidence. You walk in as you own that room, even if you don't. Then while answering the interview questions, there are a couple of questions which you're going to be asked. You're going to be asked: tell us about yourself. What do you know about our company? What are your understanding of your own? Why should we select you? So maybe I want to stop sharing there and just ask randomly. Yeah. If someone asks you, why should we select you? Who could have an idea of how we could answer this? Anyone randomly, really. If someone asks you during the interview stage, why should we select you? How would you answer this question? Anyone? Anyone? Probably I need to ask randomly. So David Kenyambi. So if someone asks you, tell us about yourself, what do you say? Okay, David. Yes, David, what would you say?
Oh, okay. I would simply tell them
David, you're on mute now. You've muted yourself.
Okay, so kindly repeat the question.
If someone tells you, why should we hire you? What would you say?
Oh, okay, so what I would say is that I would highlight the things that set me apart from the other people or from the other applicants.
Like, so assume it is the interview. So I'm the interviewer. David Kenyambi, why should we hire you to join us today? Okay, I can't hear a thing. Anyway, let me proceed on because time may not allow me to go through everything. Can you still see my screen? Can someone confirm that you can see the what I'm projecting?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Oh, great. So how do you, all these questions are questions which are going to indicate whether you get that job or not. And I've captured a couple of questions of, answers of what you may want to speak about. So when someone asks you, tell us about yourself, speak about your qualification. Obviously, very briefly, speak about your experience and your skills. Don't tell us about your family. People come into the interviews and they start telling us, I'm the firstborn in a family of 6. I really, really need this job. You see, I come from. No, I don't want to hear about your background. Just tell me why I need to hire you. Just tell us about yourself. The second question, why should we select you? We set you apart from the crowd. Obviously, everyone would say, pure maths or whatever it is that they have from University of Nairobi. My undergraduate education went to the University of Nairobi. But why should we select you? So here is where you speak about special things. And I will tell you, when I was in the university, the special thing which I could speak about was the fact that I was chairperson of the Accounting Student Association. Besides being chairperson, I was a convener in another association in the university. I did quite a bit when I was in campus. And I had proof of all of that. So do not underestimate the power of associations in the university. These are the moments when you have to get the chance to get to leadership. And you're going to get the chance to, network with people in industry. Very crucial. Yeah. So we want to know, are you an author? What differentiates? Yeah. Very, very important. I was recently speaking to one of my mentees and she was telling me that, she has done 8 courses during this coronavirus, 8 courses online, including data analytics and coding. So right now she's actually writing a code for an app which she's putting together. Now that, if you tell me during the interviews, it fills my mind. It tells me this is someone different. And she's just a third year in the same university, by the way. Yeah. Where would you see yourself in 5 years? How do you answer this? So the idea is we want to know whether you have a clear vision. Do you see yourself in a higher position with greater responsibilities and challenges? Or are you just a normal, kawaida human being? Yeah. What are your strengths and weaknesses? So speak about outstanding management, for example, negotiation related to something which you did. Yeah. And you can say, sometimes I push people so much, but I realize they are not the same. That's a strength. But, it's a strength, but also a weakness. When you're speaking about your weakness, don't tell us, for example, I sleep a lot, or I sleep a lot, or I come late to meetings. Those are things which, if you say we are done with you. Say a weakness and indicate how you're working on it. You get, so that it doesn't like a weakness per se. Like here, I sometimes I push people so much, but I realize that they're not the same. Do you consider yourself a successful person? What have you ever achieved? Now, this question, when someone asks you, we are expecting you to indicate for us some of the things which you consider the greatest success of your life. Yeah? And you should have them. And there's a perfect chance in the university to do so much. Yeah? There's a lot of space for you to do a lot of things in the university. Then do you have any question to ask? Oh, my friend, never say no. Never say no. You can ask about the organizational culture. You can ask about the future regarding, diversification of products. You can ask about a recent publication which they did. You can ask about some information you saw on the newspaper or on TV about the organization, so long as it's positive. Those are the kind. Do not just go like no. Me to the end of my presentation during interviews, and I sincerely hope that you find this meaningful. So, Mr. Mwebia, I think I am done with my segment. So I think what you might want to do is to do your part. Then, if there is any question which is too pressing, then I'll take it on. But I think we can handle all the questions when you're done with your session. So if I'll still be there, I'll answer the question. If I am not, then you will cover up for me. But I'll try be there.